8 Things You Didn't Know About Cillian Murphy. Does the name Tom Shelby ring a bell? If you're a fan of the amazing gangster epic Peaky Blinders, it probably does. Since its first episode in 2013, the show has revolved around the villain and his ability to survive, no matter at what cost. But everyone's favorite anti-hero would not be the same if it wasn't played so incredibly by actor Cillian Murphy. Cillian's menacing look and cold-blooded attitude make Tommy Shelby impossible to look away from. But don't think that Murphy is like that in real life. In fact, the Irish performer's real personality could not be further away from the terrifying criminal deeds of the Peaky Blinders. If you are curious to know more about what he's like in real life, keep watching to find out 8 things you didn't know about Cillian Murphy. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more entertaining curiosities about your favorite movies and TV shows. He used to be a rock star. Before Cillian Murphy took over the world of film and TV, he was obsessed with the Beatles and dreamed of being a rock star. He started playing guitar with his brother when he was only 10 years old, and he kept strumming until he was in his early 20s. His band was called the Sons of Mr. Green Jeans after a song by Frank Zappa, and they specialized in wacky lyrics and endless guitar solos. That doesn't mean that they weren't any good. In 1996, they were offered a 5-album record deal. Luckily for us movie fans, the deal did not go through, as Cillian's brother was still in secondary school and Murphy didn't want to give his compositions to the record label. Murphy has said that he was glad not to pen the contract because it would have meant signing away his life and music. But his life is still filled with tunes and sounds. He still writes songs and plays notes with his friends. Music is definitely a passion of his. He says the only extravagant thing about his lifestyle is his stereo system and the money he spends going to gigs. Clearly the man has his priorities straight. Cillian lives a very private life. There is no doubt that Murphy is a movie star, but he's not exactly a conventional one. He is clearly in it for the love of acting, and he doesn't like the Hollywood lifestyle. He hates red carpet premieres, and whenever he has to attend one, he usually goes alone. He doesn't have a stylist or a personal publicist, and he travels without an entourage around him. He clearly values his private life over the glitz and glamour of the celebrity scene. Murphy's distaste for fame is strong enough that he has changed his way of life. He avoids controversy, he doesn't drink, and he doesn't sleep around. Basically, he tries hard not to do anything that will interest the tabloids. All of that so he can keep his life to himself. It seems the strategy is working for him, and he has been able to hang out with his old friends without being bothered. That doesn't mean he doesn't have friends in show business. He's close with Colin Farrell and Liam Neeson, who are Irish just like him. He likes to keep things close to home in more ways than one. Murphy and his family live in London. Given his distaste for the Hollywood celebrity lifestyle, it's no wonder that Cillian prefers to live across the Atlantic, closer to his native Ireland. As we said before, he's got a very private life, but one of the very few things we do know about him is that he lives in London with his wife and children. He met his partner, artist Yvonne McGuinness, in 1996 at one of his rock band's shows. They were together for 8 years until he married her in 2004. Since then, they've had 2 sons, Malaki and Aaron. They keep such a quiet life that Cillian hasn't even shown them a lot of his work on TV and film. He auditioned for the role of Batman in Batman Begins. Even if you haven't seen Peaky Blinders, you have probably seen Murphy in the Dark Knight trilogy. That's right, he was the terrifying Scarecrow. What you might not know is that Cillian was not meant to be the villain in the movie, but the hero. He actually auditioned for the role of Batman. It goes without saying that he did not get the part, but if you're a good actor like Murphy is, you can still leave a great impression. Film director Christopher Nolan decided that Christian Bale would be a better fit for Batman, but he liked Cillian's performance so much that he gave him the role of Dr. Jonathan Crane, the Scarecrow. Murphy obviously nailed the role, and he is also the first actor to ever play a DC villain 3 times in a row. That's probably enough of an honor for Murphy not to feel bad that he didn't get to play the hero. And hey, after all, he did get to wear the batsuit during the audition. He wasn't the first choice for Tommy Shelby. It's hard to believe, but Murphy had to fight a little to get the role of Tommy Shelby. Peaky Blinders director Stephen Knight had another actor in mind, and you will never guess who it was. When Knight was in LA, he auditioned Cillian and action star Jason Statham. At first, the filmmaker decided that Statham was a better choice to play criminal Tommy Shelby. We can't blame him. Anyone who has watched the Transporter movies knows that Statham is as tough as they come. Knight said that when he met Cillian, he thought he didn't look enough like Tommy. But Cillian has one thing in common with Tommy Shelby. He's a fighter. That's why he texted the director to tell him, "Remember, I'm an actor." Apparently, Murphy's confidence was enough to make Stephen Knight change his mind and cast him. It was a close call, but he made the right choice. He studied to be a lawyer. Cillian's dreams when he was young were not focused on the entertainment industry. He was a good student, and his initial aspirations beside rocking out were, surprise surprise, to become a lawyer. In 1996, he began to study law at his hometown's university. However, the academic life was not a good fit for him, and he soon decided that he had no ambitions to go on studying. He was so determined to drop out that he failed all his first-year exams. That might have been a disappointment for his family at first, but it wouldn't take long for Cillian to prove his worth as an actor. The University of Cork's Drama Society was the first place where he would try acting, and he never stopped doing it after that. He has had a long career in theater. For most people, Murphy is a film and TV star, but his roots belong to the theater. As we mentioned, he started out as an actor at the University of Cork. When his English teacher encouraged him to try acting, at first he only wanted to do it in order to meet women, but it became an addiction. His first time acting gave him a huge high that has kept him on stage ever since. His film and TV career may keep him busy, but he has never stopped working as a theater actor. In 2011, he even won the Drama Desk Award for Outstanding Solo Performance. Clearly, the man can also perform brilliantly when there are no cameras around. He became an atheist later in life. Just like many other people in Ireland, Cillian was raised Catholic. He went to a religious school called Presentation Brothers College, where he used to get good grades. He was not the ideal pupil, though. He kept getting suspended. In his fourth year of school, he decided not to get in trouble anymore, but only because it wasn't worth the punishment. Despite his shenanigans in school, Cillian kept his Catholic upbringing well into his 20s. He believed that God existed, but it was hard to know anything for sure. It was his acting career that eventually made him lose his faith. While he was making the sci-fi film Sunshine in 2004, he spent time with a number of scientists to prepare him for the role. Those conversations with men of science made him rethink the whole religion thing, and he ended up becoming an atheist. That can happen when you get too deep into a role. Well, that's all we've been able to dig up on Mr. Shelby himself, the amazing Cillian Murphy. The man is very private, but maybe you know more. If you do, write a comment below. Also, if you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to Fact Factory. Remember to hit the bell icon to get notified every time we post a new video. We will keep you up to date with all the facts on your favorite stars. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.